Hi, today we want to talk about the 2026 Vegan Health Bundle. Now, what is a bundle and why should I want to buy it or have any interest in it at all? Well, what I find is really helpful about the bundles, like this one, the 2026 one, has over 50 contributors and 65 contributions or more. So what you get in that is a lot of recipes. And that's what I find people have the most interest in. I certainly do. And in this bundle, you get recipes from people who are living raw. So you get a lot of raw recipes, even for nori, which I think is great. And you get a lot of cooked recipes that you can utilize. Now, why recipes? Well, they keep us on the trail. When I'm creating new dishes, what I find is I'm inspired. It's easier and easier to follow a whole food plant-based diet, but that's really a misstatement because it's not only easy, it's heaven.
Huh.
The
That's
more
true.
that we've gone
Yeah, I know.
deeper
We just
into it,
happier and happier with it.
we are so thrilled with the way we're eating, and we just love the tastes. After every meal, almost, we say, boy, that was so good.
Yeah, it kind of excludes us from a lot of um not circles, but inclusion in going out to restaurants and when we're at parties, there's often nothing for us to eat, and that doesn't bother us at all. The fact that we kind of are different just doesn't even faze us because we feel so good about what we're doing. But at the same time, I think it's important to realize that we also don't hold the attitude that this is the best way to do it. We're better than somebody else. We
Yeah.
don't feel that way. It's just like you want to eat the other way. And, it's pretty obvious to look at the weight people are carrying and the meds that they're on and that and go, well, there might be a consequence from what you're eating. But if that's your choice, that's okay with me because what I love about you isn't how healthy you are, it's who you are. So, when we go to parties or whatever, and we're kind of the odd man out when it comes to food, it's not a problem because what we're relating to isn't how people eat or what their health is or any of that. It's just who they are. And so we can be at home with anybody in any situation.
Yeah, and the neat thing is for 49 bucks, you get over $4,500 worth of value.
Yeah.
And you get information and cooking from doctors, you get it from chefs, and you get it from coaches like us who want to make the whole food plant-based life easier and long lasting. So if you're interested, where would they go?
Yeah, so we'll put a link in the text of this blog for you, and you can just click on that to be able to review everything. Because, like Connie said, there's like 65 different contributions that you can download. When you buy it, it includes interviews and videos with whole food plant-based doctors. Chef AJ last year did what's called a plant-powered party in Las Vegas. It was an extravaganza, and she's including videos from that party.
And all the doctors who spoke are
Yeah,
included. So
yeah,
you really get a value in that alone.
yeah. And Dr. McDougall's masterclass on what does he call it? The starch solution.
Hmm.
His
Yeah.
his kind of protocol is included. So yeah, that alone is like 150 bucks from the McDougall Center. So yeah, there's a lot of good stuff if you want to pursue this. So just follow the link and it'll list all the different things that are there, give you a taste of what's available.
Yeah. And then you can see whether or not you're drawn to it. That's the main thing. Okay, recipe.
Yeah, that
That
one
was
thing.
so good. Tell them.
Okay, so We love polenta, but I find I often would be a little hesitant. You know, it's lunchtime, let's have polenta. Oh, it means I gotta sit and stir and stir and stir, you know. I don't like lumps in my polenta. So it needs babysitting, my experience. Um, and so we looked up an Instant Pot recipe for polenta, and sure enough, it turns making polenta into just as easy as steaming rice or cooking rice or beans or anything else in the Instant Pot. You just put it all in the Instant Pot, put the lid on, push the button, and walk away.
You're done. No stirring needed.
Yeah, so it still takes probably the same amount of time as if I did it stovetop because it has to come up to pressure and then bake, cook 15 minutes, and then come down. But I don't have to be involved. That's what I like.
Yeah, and then what we put on top of it was a can of refried beans and salsa and avocado.
Yeah,
And it's so good.
yeah,
And then we always have leftovers so we can make a meal today out of that same polenta and even tomorrow.
yeah. So once the polenta is cooked, when it's hot and it's just been cooked, it's a soft texture. But as it cools, then all that starch in the corn firms it up. So what we do is we take that um, hot polenta and we pour it into just an 8x8 baking dish and put it in the fridge when it cools. And then it congeals, it gets, I just cut it, pick it up. It's like a little pancake.
Yeah,
We put it in the air fryer. And so today we'll air fry our polenta and it's delicious that way too.
really good. And Bill added a whole pepper, like you can use a red pepper and a jalapeno in there. And then when it's cooked and you open the Instapot, we put in 2 cups of corn and
Oh, yeah,
stir
floating
that
corn.
in.
Yeah, so you've got that. So there's a lot of veg in our polenta. It's not just the
Yes.
polenta. There's a lot of veg in there to start with, and then we top it with more veg in the form of beans, or if you want to swing it to the Italian, put a marinara sauce and some tomatoes and basil, whatever. It's a great base, just like any other grain. So that's our latest.
So great to be with you. And thank you so much for your time. We're really glad that you joined us.
Bye for now.